Why does Birdo exist? Well, Mario 2, you'll say. She's one of the bosses. Duh. Right, of course. But so is Wart. Or Mouser. Or Fry Guy. So tell me this, Birdo defenders. Why and how has she weaseled her way into every Mario spin-off game? Does anyone even like Birdo? I don't know anyone that cares about her. I certainly don't. I don't think I've ever seen her in a single game and thought, yeah, let me play as Birdo. That seems like such an abstract sentence that I can't imagine anyone saying. It's ridiculous. If there were any Mario characters who I would label as an industry plant, it would 100% be Birdo. As far as I know, everyone who says they like her are lying, and it's just a gigantic Nintendo psyop to get us into the headspace that... I mean, I don't even know why they would want us to like Birdo. That makes no fucking sense. Not only did she actually start out as a non-Mario enemy because of Doki Doki Panic.
Did you guys know that Mario Bros. 2 is actually just a reskin of the Japanese game Doki Doki Panic?
She's only ever been an antagonist and a boss. But then one game changed everything forever. A game I can never forgive for the damage it's done.
Double Dash.
Every character on the Double Dash roster is paired with another. And of course, they have Yoshi. He's a Mario classic. But who do we pair with Yoshi? How about this one boss from an old NES game that has only ever been an antagonist? Yeah, that works perfectly. Now, Corn Man, you may say, that's not fair. Waluigi isn't in a single mainline game at all. Why does he get a pass? And that's a fair thing to say. Except, Waluigi's inclusion as a partner to Wario actually makes sense. Because he's a counter to Mario, so obviously it makes sense for him to have a Luigi with him. The reason that doesn't apply to Birdo is that Yoshi has nothing to do with the Mario x Wario dynamic. He's a completely separate character with his own games, with his own villains and antagonists. Now yes, Birdo is a dinosaur, but if you use that logic, pairing Peach with fucking Wendy, because they're both girls, makes sense then. No, it doesn't make any sense. Why would they shove a random Mario mini-boss in with Yoshi? They should have added my boy Burt the Bashful. Everyone I know loves Burt. I love Burt. I want to give him a hug. But Birdo, I want to jam a bowling ball into her fucking nose? Mouth? I don't even know. If we skip forward to the modern day, she's basically a mainstay in every Mario spin-off game, and there's no getting rid of her. Yoshi has kind of been shafted and getting new reps because Birdo fills the spot every time. Now, there's a couple things I do have to say in Birdo's defense. A lot of people that don't like Birdo say it's because of her somewhat uncanny design, which I do understand, but I also want it to be clear that that is not one of the reasons I don't like her necessarily. I think her design is just fine. Also, she's often recognized as one of video game's first trans characters, which is very cool. Don't get it twisted. That has nothing to do with the reason I don't like her. I know a thing or two about being a trans icon. And realistically, I have no issue with her being included in spin-off games, necessarily. My problem mostly comes from her spotlight role. She is given almost the same amount of love as Yoshi, which is absolutely preposterous. Just give it to Burt. I love Burt. Burt is so much cooler. Yoshi has a new game coming out next year that I low-key keep forgetting about. Outside of the fact that it doesn't really look all that interesting other than the art style. So far, it doesn't look like there will be any sort of Birdo appearance, which, although I have no hope for this game at all, at least there's no Birdo. But here is my final point. All of the things I said before can be thrown out the window, and I would accept Birdo with open arms if she was even a little bit interesting. Now, Yoshi doesn't really have a whole lot of personality either, but Yoshi has background. Yoshi's got games in history. Most people who like to play as Yoshi, like me, either do it purely for his design or the history they already have with the character. Birdo ain't got none of that, and she's boring and lame. She got no personality, she's not even bad, all of her costumes in Mario Kart World are ugly, and gives her no sauce. She's bringing the entire Yoshi franchise down with her every appearance, and there's way better trans characters they can add that would actually make sense in giving a representative to. If you watch this whole thing, I want you to know that I don't like Birdo, but at the end of the day, I don't care. Hopefully this will rage bait some die-hard Birdo fans and launch me into the YouTube stratosphere. I really don't know how people, like other YouTubers, pad their videos out to be 20 minutes long. I feel like I got all my points in a pretty quick 4.5 minutes, so... yeah, this is it, low-key. Please subscribe, maybe I'll make more.